They pointed at Dragoon. What did you think that meant? What did you think that meant? Like, what did you think that he pointed just to be like, yo, cool Dragoon fam? Like, what do you mean? Oh my God. Does last turn miss timing? What? Are you asking me if a normal trap card misses timing? What is he talking about? Does he mean last will? Last will? My bad. Okay, chat. So I'm going to be so real. I have no idea how last will works because I feel like the people that play those formats also don't know how last will works. I'm pretty sure last will just happens whenever a guy goes to grave. I'm pretty sure that's just how that works. You just summon a monster at any point after last will resolves. It doesn't have to be immediately. Dude, we should obliterate goat format. I know I've been saying this. We have to just obliterate goat format. All right, last will. Goatformat.com, please show me how last will works. Okay, last will. Last will state will trigger by tributing a tribute summon. Okay. Well, if it triggers by tributing a guy, then it wouldn't miss timing. Bro, hey, chill, man. Chill, bro. Fucking calm your ass down. This would imply last will does not miss timing. It can resolve here. Proceed. Whatever, dude. All right, have a nice day. You're good to proceed. High issue. Yo, look at them froggy boys. Machina frogs. Oh, he took it with the econ. My opponent says I can't return fortress to its owner's hand. What, with swap frog? Can you actually? I don't actually know because I know swap is cost and typically costs have to be paid exactly as written. But does it say to the hand? Return a monster you control to your hand. Edisonformat.net. So we use edisonformat.com. So I don't know if the ruling would be different. Individual card rulings. I'm just going to pull up swap frog. I just don't know because it says to your hand. So there's an argument to be made that you have to pay the cost exactly as written, which is to return it to your hand. Let me pull up their edisonruling.net swap frog. I'm going to look at this. Where's the ruling that says this? Edison ruling. You can send a monster you control the grave. No, so it's the second effect. Returning a monster to the hand is cost. Can return a fusion synchro. Swap leaves the field and is summoned again that turn. You can return an opponent's monster to the hand. If you do it, returns to the owner's hand. All right, I'm just going to assume that that's right. So I know edisonformat.net is also a good source. They have linked you a trustworthy source. They can return it to your hand. So because I know that a lot of people have been saying that edisonformat.net is actually more up to date than edisonformat.com is. So I can probably hit up the head admins and ask if we can start using edisonformat.net instead of edisonformat.com. But yeah, Edison Accurate PSCT says the hand. I'm pretty sure anytime you're playing in an older format, this always has the correct PSCT. All right, let us proceed. A modern ruling call, which I don't think is going to be about rulings. Looks like it's about you didn't respond fast enough. Hi, it's my turn. Okay, didn't ask. Tell me the issue. I misclicked. It's asking me to solve it. Declared effective Aramasa, added the Habakiri, returned ritual from grave to hand, activates Mitsurugi ritual, sends the Murakumo from the field to grave, special summons a Murakumo back from grave, and then he says, you tribute, not cheater, please. And then blue says, lol, misclick. Is it because you're losing that you're doing this? So from what I'm seeing, you activated Mitsurugi ritual and then tributed the Murakumo from your field. Is that what I'm understanding? I'm asking you a question. Answer me. Answer me. Ignore. Don't think about your opponent or whatever the fuck. So he tributed the Murakumo, then went to grave and summoned it back. If it was a misclick, why didn't you say that before correcting the mistake? Because to me, this looks like someone who has made a misplay, realized it was wrong, and tried to take it back. Hi, Judge! Hi. Hello. This doesn't look like a misclick. It looks like someone who autopiloted, because typically you would make this play. I don't know. All right, well, I will rule you tributed the Murakumo. You tributed the Murakumo here. You definitely tributed the Murakumo. You did not tribute the Habakiri from him. That is the ruling I will be issuing. Please proceed from there. I changed immediately. I have ruled. You tributed Murakumo. Please tribute Murakumo and proceed. Oh, if you misclick, you have to say that to your opponent before you correct it. You can't just go to your fucking grave, add it back, all that stuff and everything. Ridiculous. No, it's not. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Declare effective malice, Chessie Cat, signaled okay, thinking. Well, what's the problem with thinking after you declare Chessie? At 3:15, uses Chessie, blue signals okay, and then thinking. Well, he signaled okay. He signaled okay. You signaled okay. They waited 6 seconds before declaring the effect. I mean, he went okay, then immediately thinking. No, you signaled okay on the effect. You signaled okay. This looks to me like you signaled okay to the Chessie Cat effect. That's what it looks like to me. I clicked okay as there was no response to the cat right after he declared effective cat. I clicked on thinking because I have a response. He kept drawing and resolved cat even when I said stop. No, I think that it's okay to let him respond. Realistically, because I can see it. Because the guy normal summoned Chessie Cat, waited 6 seconds, declared the effect, then 1 second after that, blue declares okay, and then 1 second after that immediately says thinking, and then the opponent just ignores the thinking and just resolves the Chessie. From these logs, it does look to me like there was some miscommunication. I'll allow a response to the Chessie Cat. I think it's okay. You do not shuffle. Nope. No. You do not shuffle. You do not shuffle. The 2 drawn cards are returned to the top of the deck. I'm going to make sure that they're returned in the correct order. So let me just make sure the 2 cards that he drew off the Chessie were Backup at Ignister on top, then Malice March Hare. So this is correct. Cool. Proceed. Have a nice day. No, I'm never making that mistake again. Never again am I spelling nice NCIE ever. Ever, dude. Keep playing. You cannot pause the game for this. Hello, my opponent ignored a question I asked and decided to just resolve Queritus. No judges online, by the way. Bro, I've been online this entire time. There's no world he said that. I've been online this entire time. He's rule sharking, basically. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, so he resolved Force Release, summoned Ripper, point at Ripper, summoned Werewolf, pointed at Queritus, Queritus dies, then declares the effect of Queritus, and then red is asking, you have already Albaz this turn, right? Blue says, and can I summon? Red says, I'm just asking. And then he summoned out Despian Tragedy. Red says, I didn't say it was okay. Blue says, you didn't respond, so I kept playing. Red says, I did not okay it. I asked a question and you didn't answer me. I'm scrolling through the logs. Blue says, scroll, buddy, just one thing. Do I have something in hand? Just asking. Red says, I'm still allowed to think. Red calls for a ruling, says, I didn't say it was okay. Blue says, no judges online, by the way. So first of all, you saying no judges online is a blatant lie because I have been online for at least an hour now. Your opponent did not okay your effect. You cannot resolve and you must answer their question when asked. Return the tragedy and allow them to respond. Simple enough. He's gonna argue that because he has no cards in hand, his opponent asking if he's used Albaz this turn or not matters, which it doesn't matter. Like if he has a card in hand or not. We're good to go. We are good to proceed. Have a nice day. Why are we playing fucking Dragoon and Draco Tail? God, Femina is so hot, man. I didn't say that. Let him talk. Okay, go ahead. Can we just like explain what's happening, please? He said that I didn't negate his red blue eyes with the Malulu. Okay. His red blue eyes, by the way. The red blue eyes, by the way. All right, let's see when he resolved Malulu. So he declared Chainlink 1 Arthalion, targeting Frixel Malulu. Chainlink 2 Malulu, Chainlink 3 Lucius, Chainlink 4 Frixel. Resolves, placing Rahu, Kitu, Flame, points at Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, and then returns the Malulu. Yeah. The Malulu did negate the Dragoon. He definitely negated the Dragoon. Yeah, he definitely negated it. He said Malulu effect. He never said anything about negated. They resolved Malulu. The effect sets a card, then negates a monster on the field. They set a card, then pointed at Dragoon. Do you think that was pointing for fun? They were pointing for funsies. For funsies, bro. It was for funsies. It was all for funsies. You're playing the deck. You're also playing Draco Tail. Like, you are also playing Draco Tail. You know how the card works. And I have 2 monsters on the field. Not one time he said negate a monster effect. They pointed at Dragoon. What did you think that meant? What did you think that meant? Like, what did you think that he pointed just to be like, yo, cool Dragoon fam, Like, what do you mean? Oh my god. I'm losing. I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out. No fucking words, man. I have no words. I can pop the red eyes with Gulamel. I mean, you can. Its effects are negated. The Dragoon is negated. Yes. It is negated. Yes. He didn't see. I didn't see he pointed. I seen he pointed with the fusion. They resolved Malulu and setting a card, then pointed at Dragoon. Next time, please pay attention. Proceed. Have a nice day. Look at the screen. Look at the monitor on the screen. Just look at it. Use your eyes. Your eyes. They're able to see things. You can see. Pog. What does he mean? Point with the fusion? He means the Arthalion pointed at cards, which he didn't even point at. When he used Arthalion, he declared in the chat with the target, which is the correct way of resolving Arthalion. I absolutely agree.